Yeah, I love this question, and it was fun to just even think about it. So, three words I chose were fun, presence, and challenge. So, fun is about bringing a lightheartedness into these relationships. The reality is, leaders are in high intensity jobs on a regular basis, and creating a space that's a little bit lighthearted helps lower those walls and helps them get into a frame of mind that allows them to access more of themselves. And I'm just naturally a pretty, fun, energetic, lighthearted person. So it makes complete sense for me to have that in mind. Not everybody, would take that approach, right? And that's
Hmm.
perfectly okay. Um, Presence really is about honoring one another within that relationship. And I do everything humanly possible to make sure that we both come into the relationship with as much presence as possible. In fact, when I start every conversation, I ask a series of questions that help people find that level of presence and understand where they were just before. So they might have just come off of a really high stakes, high impact call. Chances are, if they did, their brain is firing at a million miles a minute, and it's going to be pretty hard to be present. So I'll ask, what can you do to be 1% more present, 1% more available for this conversation, so that we can honor the space together. And then I want my clients to know that they are the most important thing in that moment, that they have my absolute and total full attention. So
Hmm.
presence is really big. And then the last is challenge. The reality is, very often when we're really listening in a full body way, we're going to notice incongruence. So, you know what? The person may be saying these words, but they might tilt their head a little bit, or their shoulders might go up, or, they take a really deep breath, or they sigh in between. And if I notice that, I'll just call out in a gentle and kind way that there seems to be some incongruence in what you're saying and what your body is emoting right now, and
Hmm.
just get curious about that. But that's challenging them in a really good way. We have to take a multi-dimensional approach to this type of work. So it's about, exploring behaviors, structures, systems, interpersonal responses, and beliefs. And almost always one of those areas needs some challenging.